My name is Sandra Rochelle. I want to welcome you to my channel. I hope that what I have to say will help you or someone you know. And I also hope that you will press the subscribe button, because I'd like to have as many people see these videos that I'm making here as possible. I want to back up a little bit and talk about the surgery for removing a craniopharyngioma, which is the tumor that I have, which I've explained in previous videos. There are two ways that you can address this. You can either do a craniotomy, which means to slice open your skull, lift it back, and go in through the top of your head, or you can go through the nose. When you go through the nose, it takes two doctors, one that handles nasal things and the other that is the brain surgeon. And what they do is they go into the nose, they drill a little hole right around in this area, and then the surgeon goes in and he removes the tumor. I chose the nose surgery even though it was less convenient to get to the hospital and everything, because I did not want the tendon on the side of my face damaged, because I already have TMJ there and I felt that that would be a problem. The first doctor, who was younger and less experienced, told me it couldn't be done, but the second doctor, who's been doing these surgeries for 34 years and is highly experienced and well credited, said that it could. So I trusted him, and that's what we did. If you've watched any of my earlier videos, you can see me wiping my nose, you can see me clearing my throat. This is because there was some damage done in there from going into the nose, and as a result I have to clean my nose out with neti pots twice a day for the rest of my life. That's a very small price to pay. It's not a big deal, but it is something to think about if you have to make that decision about these surgeries. At any rate, as I said in an earlier video, we had the surgery done. It was supposed to be about 4 hours. I think it was more like 5. I don't remember anything about it. I was supposed to stay in the hospital for 4 days. I was in that hospital for 10 days, but beyond that, on and off, I was in the another hospital closer to home for another 10 days. So it was a much bigger deal than we expected to be, and although it wasn't said, I suspect that there was some problem with the surgery. Can't prove it, but I think that there was, because I've had a lot of side effects. Everybody's case is different. Some people have more side effects than others, as I said earlier, but I wanted you to know that there are two ways to do this, and you need to look for a doctor who does it the way you want for it to be done. I know a woman who had a craniotomy. She had a different type of tumor, however, and she did much better than I did, but a lot of things go into that. It depends on the size, it depends on the location, it depends on what it's near. There are lots of different things involved in this. So when I talk about the doctors kicking me out of the hospital, the main hospital, I thought I had only been in there for 4 days. I had been in for 10. And apparently the rules are such that, you can't stay there that long, which I don't think is right, but those are the rules. So as I told you in the previous video, they put me in a rehab that was substandard, and my husband took me out of there, brought me home, could not care for me. I was having terrible headaches. I still had no pain medication. And on top of that, I found out that the surgery had stripped me totally of my thyroid and my cortisol, both of which are required to be able to live. So when I went to that rehab center, they not only didn't give me pain medication, they didn't give me medication, period. This was a life-threatening situation, and one that had to be dealt with very quickly. So my husband took me to our local hospital, which is a very good hospital, and got me admitted so that I could be treated.